name is Innocent Esewezie, and by the grace of God, I am the chairman of Oshimili local government. This is the first time I'll be answering this question. Um, like I said, my name is Innocent Esewezie. I came from a very large family. My late father, his name was Chief George D.K. Esewezie, a very, very amiable man. And he was also of, he means a lot to so many of us. He had a very large family of 17. And of course, it's from, a polygamous background. I happen to be the first child of the family. And my growing up was what I tagged struggle through pain and triumph. It was not a very, very easy one. It was quite challenging. Being the first of the family, we were family was quite large, and I had a lot of siblings. I think we are about 17 of us then, and I had my primary school education here in Buzo. And later I went to Warri, Delta State. I finished up from Logo College. Then I went to University of Port Harcourt, where I read microeconomics. Thereafter, I came back again and had another degree from the Open University, Peace and Conflict Resolution. So that's the brief about me. Yeah, as a local government chairman, first of all, the major motivational factor, one thing that has really propelled us is, first, we believe that there's nothing impossible. For us as a team, impossible is possible with us. And we've been able to achieve a whole lot. But let me just mention a few. Though this is not the first time. I was chairman some time ago in the year 2012. I was the chairman of this local government, but that was under the acting capacity. I was appointed as TC chairman of this council. And we came back for this second term, elected. When we came on board, we met a council that could describe as being, the morale was low. A lot of persons believe that nothing works in the council. They believe that there is no leadership at the council. So this entire local government was, completely, written off. But when we came, we looked at the entire infrastructural decay. But we decided to first of all address the morale of our people. I'm talking about the staff and of course the people. And what did we do? The first thing we did was to build an executive complex where the chairman of the council can sit down with his team and being able to coordinate the affairs of the council. We did that, and then we also were able to give the secretariat a facelift, a proper facelift. We did not stop at that. We also ventured into the legislative arm. Fortunately for us, we came in and we met the last administration was able to put up a building for the legislators. I'm talking about the councillors. So when we came on board, we quickly furnished the legislative arm. It was well furnished. Then the entire surrounding of the secretariat was also given a facelift. We've done that. And why did we do all that? We did that because we wanted to, encourage workers, the staffs of the council, to begin to want to create, this environment that will encourage them, to be prudent, that will encourage them to be productive, an environment that will also make them, be punctual, in their various offices. Like I said, the morale was at the lowest word. If you go back to the council now, you notice that a lot of changes has been done. The workers now come to work. And of course, one of the major reasons why the workers at the council secretariat, why they find it difficult coming to work, has to do with the issue of insecurity. Like you all know, Kuku Igbo is what we consider, an urban community, because I use the word urban because we know that a lot of, developmental effort is being geared towards developing the state headquarters. So, but one major problem we had was the issue of insecurity. So many of the workers, they had issues of coming to work, issues of kidnapping, Fulani, issues of the herdsmen having constant clashes with the farmers. So those issues of insecurity was also, quickly addressed by us. How did we address that issue? We addressed it by getting the locals involved, getting the communities involved, because we realized from the start that there is no government that will succeed security-wise without getting the people involved. So we approached the local vigilantes, the farmers, the town union, the palace, and we came together. We were able to come up with a security arrangement, that has been able to take care of those constant issues of kidnapping and the constant attacks that they face on on their way to the office. And this has really reduced these issues of constant attack, and it has made our workers, to have confidence again in themselves and also in the system. So for that, at the secretariat, work is ongoing. The workers, they come to work regularly. Then also other issues. We also looked at infrastructure. We noticed that, yes, Oshimili North is developing, and Maestro,
No, sir. Continue, sir.
we know that Oshimili North is developing rapidly, and there is need for us to have an international market for the good people of Oshimili North. If you go to Obolu, we are building one there, 250 lock-up shops, and of course, with 115 open shops. And we believe that by December, these shops will be commissioned. Then we also looked at the other axis of the local government, which is the Esewezie axis. The local government is, divided into two. One is and is known as the Esewezie axis of the local government, and also the North axis of the local government. The Esewezie axis of the local government has 5 wards put together: Ward 4, Ward 5, Ward 6, Ward 7, and Ward 8. Then in the other part of the local government, where you have the local government secretariat, you have the Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 4. No, Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 9, and Ward 10. So we noticed that part of the local government, I'm talking about almost half of the local government, were completely cut off from, the services that, the council ought to provide, for them. And that gave us, this reason to come up with the liaison office, which is this edifice we have today. So this was also built in less than 7 months. We were able to come up with this, and also with the executive complex at the council secretariat. And why did we do this? We built this liaison office here so that we'll be able to bring governance closer to the people. It was really, really sad, a situation whereby a man, a young person, who wants letter of identification from the local government. Sometimes we travel all the way to Akukwibu from Ibuzo. And getting to Akukwibu, you spend as much as 5,000 naira. And most times we even get there, you might not even see officials, on ground to attend to them. There are so many other issues too. Issues of insecurity. When the government, is far from the people, and when there's no government presence at all within this community, a lot of things were happening. A lot of security issues, kidnapping, youth restiveness, cultism issues. These things were happening unabated because the government was quite, a little bit far from the people. So with this we've done here, we have been able to redirect, the focus of the government back to the people, because we believe that essentially the essence of being a government is to serve the people. Is to serve the people. If you're in government and you don't have that passion, for service, then you might just be here and you waste your entire time, you know, chasing shadows. But once you have the passion, for service, then you serve the people. So I'm still on, what we were able to do. We were able to do a lot. Like you just said, as you drove into Ibuzo now, you could see the flood control measures we've put in place. And we also want to see how we can. You've seen the flood measures we put in place, and we are also doing landscaping, and we've also added some aspect of beautification. We are doing all this because we want to get this community ready. We want to get the local government ready, for a lot of development, that we hope with what our governor has done, what he's doing with the expansion of road, with the construction of the flyover at Coca Junction. We believe that the focus, of the government is gradually looking towards Oshimili North. Of course, you are aware that Oshimili North is also part of the federal capital, state capital territory. And we believe that the time has come where this local government, the people of Ibuzo, and of course other parts of this community that made up that state capital territory should now begin to enjoy, the benefits of being part of the state capital territory. So for us as a local government, it behoves on us to get the environment ready. In getting the environment ready, we need to first of all lead by example. Lead by example. What have we done? We have demonstrated passion to a very large extent. How have we been able to demonstrate this passion? We have been able to demonstrate passion for our people by providing quality service, very quality service. This is the office of the local government chairman. You will see, the quality, of work. And we are doing this because we believe that every public property should get the best. Should get the best because for the public. And so we've demonstrated that a lot. We've shown to the people that we mean business. We are here to serve them, and in serving them, we are doing it with a lot of passion. With a lot of passion. And the question might want to be again: how come we've been able to do all this? We're able to do all this because we are passionate, with what we do for our people. Without passion for people, it would be almost impossible for you to serve them and serve them really well. That's the truth. So we are passionate about service for our people, and we render these services with the fear of God. And of course, we're also mindful, knowing fully well that public money, government money belongs to the people. Government money belongs to the people, and we're very, very, very prudent, with the way we go about, dispersing government resources. And one of the things you do, if you are passionate, about your people, you begin to consider how you manage their resources, because they've sent us here. to help them do two things. One, help them manage their resources. In managing their resources, you must also look at how you allocate, these resources. So whatever we do, all the projects we've embarked on, the first thing we consider, we prioritize our projects and we go for those projects that we know that the people actually need. We looking at the market in Ibuzo. We are about starting a new construction, and giving the market, because we have just one market in this community, a facelift. We are doing that. We've also looked at Ubolu, and we noticed that with the rate of development that is moving towards the Okpana axis, the Ubolu axis, there's need for us to have an international market. And the market is standing as we speak. And hopefully by December, the market will be commissioned. Then we have also looked at the capacity, of our workers. We've organized some training for them. And we came in, there was no official car. There's no pool. And by God's grace, with the support of my team, we have been able to acquire the 3 official vehicles. And of course, more will also follow through. Then we also look at the environment. There is need for us to begin to take issues of environment very, very seriously in terms of beautification. And if you must be able to, come up with a concept that will, get the buy-in of the people, then it means you must lead by example. And that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing from the entrance. What are we trying to do? We want a situation whereby every part of this community will be touched. It's very, very important. I'm talking about the drainages, I'm talking about the environment. So with that, we'll be able to come up with, a task force on environment. Also, we also got a truck for them. The idea is that we want to go public with it, and I'm also using this opportunity to, call on the public sector, to key into what we are doing. The local government is ready to partner with them, and we've demonstrated that by setting up the task force on environment, and of course there's a truck that will go around, to do justice to all the waste that will be evacuated. But if we must get the environment, must get the buy-in of our people, it means that we must also, talking about those of us who are the enablers of government, must lead by example. Must lead by example. In leading by example, the quality of your work and the way and manner you go about, serving the people means a lot. Leadership by example. So we've started this, and we believe that in the next few months, when you come back to this local government again, I'll show you, you'll notice, remarkable, changes where every community, every home, every, family, that's the design, will be part and parcel of what we are doing. The idea is to get the buy-in of our people. We've also done a lot in terms of youth empowerment and engagement. We've done a lot. If you go up, you see the massive hall we built. The reason why we did, apart from the financial gain, that the council will definitely get, we've been getting since we built it. We are also mindful of the fact that we need a place where the youth can converge. You understand, and and talk to us to themselves. So we looked at the youth and we said, what can we do to engage our youth? We've come up with so many programs, and the only way you know that the youth are happy and well engaged is when you check the crime rate. Once it start dropping, then you know that the youth are engaged and something meaningful is happening that in that direction. So we've been able to engage this youth. We engage them in various training. We've done, also a lot of them has been brought on board, to serve and contribute, their own quota towards, the upliftment of, of their people. And of course, if you look around since you came, you notice that persons who are working with me, they are all very young people, very, very young people. And that also brings me to the need to build people, to have a good team. I must also commend my team. I believe that every leader must have a good team. You must have a team. You must have people that you delegate, some of these things to. And the team has been in place. We've been working so hard. I must commend them for their efforts and for all they've done so far. Yeah, I don't know how to this question because I've listened to a lot of persons, respond to this kind of question, and sometimes the responses has always been on negative. Yeah, paucity of funds, no money, no this. We know before I came in here, I knew there was paucity of funds. That's the truth, and the reason why I'm being paid is to be able, because as it is, I've been engaged by the people of Oshimili not to help them think, you know, out possible solution towards this issue of paucity of funds. So if I come here and I say, I'm having a major challenge, the challenge has to do with paucity of funds, then it means, part of the reasons why I asked that this job be given to me, the aim has been defeated. Because before, like I said, before we came on board, it was as if the place is a ghost town. So we knew already that there was issue of paucity of funds before we came. And I believe strongly that you do not need much money to make an impact. That's the truth.
So this wasn't a major challenge to you?
No, you don't need much money to make an impact. You don't need money. All you need is a heart that is alive. That's the truth. And is alive and compassionate. That's just the truth. You don't need all the money, to make an impact. What did we do? When we came in, we saw that yes, there is no government that will succeed without resources. That's the truth. But the truth again is that government is the platform that has been given to us. And we have everything. We've been asked to make laws on behalf of the people of Oshimili North. I'm talking about legislative arm. We've been asked to look at all the various revenue sources in the local government and see how we can revamp, the dead ones, and also see how we can put those of them that are viable into good use. We've done that. I'll just tell you straight up that the first thing we did was to see how we can redirect and revamp the internally generated revenue of this council. We came in from records. Before we came in, the revenue account has never seen $1 million in that account before we came in. And I can say that you can put me anywhere. Part of the resources we used in building this structure came from the revenue. Yes. Came from our internal generated revenue. Part of that. What did we do? We looked at, first of all, we were able to look at all the revenue sources in the local government, and we did what they call profiling. We profiled all of them, and by the time we are done, we discovered that if we are able to put in more effort from what we have, we'll be able to run this council. So what we did was anything that comes from the FAC account, we use it to do general maintenance and running of the council, while the focus has been on the internally generated revenue. And I believe that as time goes on, God being on our side, that we'll be able to do more in that regard. Yes, we've had challenges of not having all that we need, but that has not really stopped us from going ahead, in doing the needful on behalf of our people. Yes, there are challenges, but they are not insurmountable. Like I said, with us, impossible is possible. This, if you know Senator Ifeanyi Toko, you know that he is a man that is prepared. He is a man that is prepared, and he is also very, very vast. Very, very vast. He is an administrator by excellence. But above all, there's something about him that I've come to appreciate. His passion for people. He's very, very passionate in whatever he does. Very, very, very passionate. Now, when you are passionate about your people, you provide quality service for them. That is the truth. You serve them by giving them quality service. Now, and how do you do this? You help to manage their resources on their behalf. If Okoa, Saint Ato Ifeanyi, the governor of Delta State, is a man that is known for excellence. Is a man that is known for excellence. There is nothing that our governor cannot manage, and that is where the smart Delta initiative came up. But because the governor is smart, very, very smart, and he has been able to manage our resources to a very large extent that even people who have left Delta State months ago, I'm talking about the state, or the state capital in particular. If you've been out of Delta State, months ago, when you come back to this state, you'll be amazed with the level of work you meet on ground. He has virtually turned the entire state into a construction site. Like I said, if you are passionate about your people, you will know that every resources that comes into government belongs to the people. So, and when Anambra State was in crisis, and we saw a lot of people from the other side. They moved over to Delta State. Why are they in Delta State? They are in Delta State because Delta State is calm and peaceful. It's calm and peaceful. It's calm and peaceful because we have a leadership that cares. We have a leadership that the people have come to appreciate and believe so much in. And that is in the person of Senator Ifeanyi Ato Okowa. He has done so well. Let me use this opportunity to thank officials of Nigeria magazine. I want to commend your leadership. I want to say a very big thank you to you. Of course, this is an encouragement, and it will also, energize us, to do more for our people. What you have done, it's like you just the benefit will definitely go back to our people, because this will spur us, into doing more for them. And I say thank you so much.